I had been married to her for 11 months and almost 4 years of relationship. In general, we had a good life, and I went through many stages with her and supported her, but there came a time and tragedy struck. She cheated on me. Things were difficult. She had sex with her own supervisor in his internship after it ended, and it was difficult because in the end she was with me and we had relations while she was with him. I have no idea why. In the end, it happened twice, and she didn't measure the consequences and had unprotected sex with that person and then with me. In the end, when we confronted everything, she said that it was not totally her fault, that it was not justified either, but that we had problems in bed and that she was looking for a way to feel something different, to know if all men were the same. Her first time was with me and she was like that since then. We had problems, and it was really hard for me to do it. I had erectile dysfunction at times. I don't know if it was the stress or if I got tense. It didn't happen all the time. It only happened 4 or 5 times in our relationships and in the last 3 to 4 months. Then I had to last a while with condoms because she could not take pills because of the side effects, and 1 month ago when she had to take them again, I began to suffer from premature ejaculation. I always suffered a little and was getting better, but recently worsened. With condoms is different. I can last longer. The problem started because we didn't have as much frequency as I expected, and I would end up falling into pornography and masturbation, and my performance and desire would drop. I would try to quit and then fall back in again. It was difficult. Sometimes I wanted to try more, and she would change the schedules and things like that. The problem was escalating and things like that were happening, and well, stuff happens. Even so, I think I feel partly guilty because I felt that I should have improved that and I should have tried more, but it was difficult whenever I asked her. There was discomfort and she felt that I didn't love her, and she got really upset when things didn't go well and she would just leave the room and we wouldn't talk again all day, and getting close didn't work. I think I felt humiliated every time I didn't do well, but I felt that it was just a phase of mine. I was just going through a bad time and I was lost in my life, and I didn't have much motivation. Maybe I'm not to blame, and she still should have helped me and all that, but still, being told that, it really lowers my morale a lot. I had to say it. I won't come back with her, but damn, it's really hard to think about all this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and now next story. My wife may have cheated on me when we were dating. At the time of the incident, we had been dating for about a year or so. At this time, we lived about an hour apart from each other and would visit each other on weekends. This particular weekend, it was her turn to visit me. I talked to her early in the day and asked her to leave work early to come see me sooner. She said no, that she really had to work. That was okay because I had school work I was finishing. Fast forward to the evening. She calls me while she's talking to her coworkers trying to leave work early. She tells me that she's trying to leave work early so that she could go have drinks with her ex-boyfriend. She asks if it's okay with me. I tell her it's okay with me, trying to not be a controlling boyfriend. Some background. They had an awful relationship and some stuff happened between them. For the year we had been dating, she had been trying to work through the trauma and get closure from him on why things happened. Under the circumstances, I'm trying to be as supportive as possible. It hurt a lot that she wanted to leave work early to have drinks with him, but not come over to my place earlier. An hour or so went by and she calls me. She asks if I'm okay with her going over to his place. She had gone there before a few times to sit outside his place and talk about what happened between them. I tell her it's fine as long as she doesn't go in his house. She agrees and we hang up. Probably another 30 minutes or so goes by, and I can her to see if she's still coming over. She answers, and it's apparent she's in his house. She says as much too. This again hurt a lot because I had set a boundary that she walked right through. I don't remember my mindset at this point, was 4 years ago now, so I can't say why I wasn't livid and didn't fight with her. I guess my worry was that if nothing had happened, I'd push her into doing something. Now, we are married and have a child together, but this still eats me up sometimes, wondering if she cheated or not. I'm torn on trying to investigate the situation or talk to her about it. Has too much time passed for me to reasonably bring this up? I'm not even sure I'd be able to believe any answer other than she wasn't faithful. Should we seek marriage counseling to resolve the underlying issues? TLDR, wife may have cheated 4 years ago, but now I'm wanting to discuss the incident with her. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and now next story. I think wife is cheating again. I'm 40 years old and my wife 40 years old, have been together since we were 19. We got pregnant before marriage, got married, and have both struggled with infidelity. First 10 years of our marriage, she had multiple what she calls emotional affairs. Back in 2013, she met my son's basketball coach. He also served as an officer. She asked me randomly one weekend to take nude pics of her. I was surprised because she never asked me to do that before. I took pics and I found out later she sent them to the other guy. Summer of 2013, she admits to me that she had a physical affair with him. There's a lot to unpack there. We separated, went through counseling and got back together. Fast forward to past couple of months. She's been flirting with younger guys over text and in front of me. She recently got a job where she had to travel out of town. Her boss had sex with a prostitute and was caught last year. Yesterday, her day to come back home. She said her boss let her use his car to go to airport. She left the house she is staying in at 11 a.m. Flight was at 4 p.m. Should have taken her 2 hours to get to airport. Timing felt off. After 3.5 hours of her driving, I called her to see if she was okay. She sent me to voicemail after one ring. I texted her, and she said she was trying to get to airport and would call me back. Her story is that she got lost, pulled into a construction site, saw two young guys, asked for directions, and then asked one of them to drive her to the airport. I'm confused. She asked a complete stranger to her in her boss's car with her and drive her to the airport? When I picked her up, she gave me a side hug, very hesitant about kissing me. She said she had to use restroom. She was in there for way longer than usual. When we got home, I noticed that when she was undressing, she didn't have any panties on. She never goes commando, especially at an airport where you can be searched and patted down. I talked with her last night, and she said she wasn't cheating but had been flirting like I thought. Her story yesterday about the construction guys makes no sense to me, and that's what she's using as an excuse for why she couldn't take my call and why she was delayed getting to airport. The fact that she didn't have panties on when we got home makes me think she ditched them at the airport because something happened with those guys or her boss. I tried to have sex with her last night, and she said she was too tired. Am I off base with my thinking? What else should I ask her? I'm open to questions and suggestions.